So I've just filmed a very similar video showcasing some of the really cool taxidermy pieces which I got from Dan's Oddities. I'm going to make the same disclaimer again. This haul is going to contain bones of animals. These animals were not killed for the purpose of selling their bones. They died naturally, and all of these bones are ethically sourced. Again, if you are not a fan of bones or dead animals, I would highly suggest that you please don't continue watching this video. Anyway, as you may have seen by my last video, I got a knock at my door midway through filming, and I was presented with this glorious package which I have just opened for true ease of unboxing it. Now, I had a quick gander inside this box and I am super excited because I believe this is my order that I got from Jawline Jewellery. Now, Jawline Jewellery is a shop that is on Depop. As absolute always, I will leave all the information down in the description as to where you can buy these and where you can find Jawline Jewellery on Depop. The reason I originally went to the shop is because I am making a mini Curiosity Oddities cabinet and I need lots of tiny bones and tiny skulls to go in my mini cabinet. Pinged over an email to Jawline Jewellery and they had a few pieces which would work perfectly, so that was originally why I went on the store, but then of course I did end up buying a few other bits. So first impressions is that this packaging is amazing and it all seems to be wrapped really nicely in bubble wrap. So first up on the top there is this little bag and it's got some green wrapped up things in it, so I'm gonna start with this one. Now, Jawline Jewellery do create some really interesting jewellery pieces. They have like vertebrae on necklaces. I'm sure they had like pelvic bones and different bones of animals which are all on really nice necklaces and jewellery. Now, I didn't actually buy any of those, but I am really hoping to go back and actually do some jewellery shopping in the future. So the first thing I unwrapped is absolutely so exciting because looking at these in person, they are absolutely so perfect for my little project that I'm doing. And I got 3 vials of little bones. Now, these are actually mice bones, so they are all random little bits from mice. And these are absolutely like unbelievably perfect for my project. But tiny little labels on the bottom and have these displayed on the mini shelves. These seem like amazing quality vials. They do appear to be glass and they have genuine corks at the top. And as you can see, there's quite a large variety of different bones in there, and they all have around, I'd say there's about 10 bones in each of these vials. Now, she does sell these vials with different types of bones, and this was a custom order because I was specifically looking for mini bones. As you can see, these bones all have really nice shape to them, and they all seem to have been preserved really nicely and cleaned up. So I could not be happier with this custom order. Next up in this green bag, I assume it's going to be the mini skulls which I bought. Although I can hear something shaky and rattly in there, so I'm not 100% sure. This is so absolutely perfect for my mini cabinet. It comes in this tiny little like display box. It reminds me of those kind of boxes that you buy from like the history museum and stuff, which have fossils and things in it. And this contains my, I think she's actually put an extra skull in there for me. So it contains 4 skulls, and there's also a few other tiny bits in there. So I'm going to really carefully open this up and try and show you. So here are 2 of the skulls which I bought. And these are my skulls as well, and these are absolutely tiny, as you can see, and I got these for a super amazing price because they are slightly damaged. Now, I love that these skulls look slightly different because it's going to give me a slight variation between the different pieces. So this is the most complete skull out of all of the ones that I got. He does have his front teeth, and I don't know how well it's going to pick it up, but he does actually have tiny little teeth as well just here. Also got a kind of another little broken skull here, and as you can see, various tiny little bones. I feel like these bones are quite similar to the ones that are in the vial, but these will look perfect kind of stacked on the side of one of the mini shelves. And the last thing I got in there I am so excited about because it is this tiny little vertebrae. I'm not sure what animal this is from. I'm assuming that it's probably the spine of a mouse or something along those lines. I cannot thank Jawline Jewellery enough for those really kind little added extras. So there's a nice big thing of protective wadding, which is fantastic. And next up is a piece which I am so thankful for. Now this is something which we talked about privately during messages, and it was an item that she was planning on selling. Now, although I have recently got one very similar from Dan's Oddities, I ended up buying this slightly different one. She sent me a message about this because we had been talking about skulls and various different pieces that I was looking to buy, and she had this piece in her collection which she was hoping to sell. Now this skull is in absolutely perfect condition, and I am absolutely in love with its little antlers because this one is slightly curving in. I don't know why, but I feel like it just gives it such a pretty effect. I also love the colour of it because it's not too much of like a bleached white colour. A lot of detail and really interesting parts to it. So the mount itself is an amazing quality. It's a really nice sort of thick wood, very dark brown, which completely goes with all the colouring in my room. So I am so excited to hang this up. I was super lucky because she was selling this slightly cheaper because it was wonky on its mount, and it wasn't until after I had bought this that she fiddled around a bit and actually it straightened up really nicely. So again, I am so thankful. I cannot thank you enough for giving me such an amazing deal on this piece. I want to add that there are loads of pieces like this on Depop, and all you need to do is search sort of skull, taxidermy, deer skull, mounted skulls, things like that, and you will come across hundreds of people that are selling them. People are just selling them because they found them in the roof, or it's just something they collected from a while ago that they don't want. And you're getting a piece from an actual person who specialises in taxidermy and oddities and skulls. You know that you're getting the real deal and they know what they're talking about. And something which I really like, which I only just noticed, was on the back, in the side, it has a little cut out section in it. I assume that it's part of this deer's jawline, and it has a few of its teeth in. I'm not sure if this is a regular thing to have on the back of these mounts, but for sure all the ones that I have don't have these little sections, so I think this is a really nice detail. It also has a sticker which I assume is information about the skull itself, but I'd be blowed if I knew what language that was in. I am so pleased with this piece, and I am grateful again for the generosity of Jawline Jewellery. As I said at the beginning, she does make lots of jewellery which is absolutely gorgeous, and I am planning to now buy a few pieces just to make a whole nother video on it, which is purely jewellery based. In her shop right now she does have a very similar mounted deer skull to this, so if you are looking for one like this and you want to get it from a recommended trusted seller, then I would definitely check out her store on Depop. She is a UK based store. To all of you internationally, if you send her a message, you may be able to come to some kind of shipping agreement to get her to send them abroad. Understandably, some of these pieces are super fragile, and mine all arrived to me amazingly. They were packaged perfectly. I'm sure shipping these overseas, the breakage percentage will probably go up because they have that much further to travel. Another thing about the way that these were posted is that they were sent through an independent courier. I can never say that word. So it meant that they didn't actually go through the horrible process of the Royal Mail, who chuck their things around like no end. It came through a reliable courier who actually personally delivered it to my house. Jawline Jewellery made sure that I was in today. She made sure that I would definitely be here to collect my package, because the only thing about couriers that I don't particularly like is if I'm not in and then they get delivered on a day where I'm not here, and it's just this whole kind of kerfuffle of trying to track down where your package is. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I'm sorry for this little dragon that's been crawling around and disrupting me all video, but it is so hot at the moment that I cannot actually physically leave him in his vivarium because he will cook. If this is this hot and sunny where you are, I hope you're enjoying the shade, and I will see you next time. Bye!